Hey, creative people, this is Ishmael, and today I'm bringing you a personal story that hopefully will help you to make your decision about if you should get a student loan for your career. I'm talking about my graphic design career because that's what I do, but I think that this applies to any other areas of study. So the year was 2013, and I was debating if I should get a student loan for my graphic design studies. Keep in mind that I just dropped out of my psychology studies in order to study graphic design, but this career was the double the price of psychology. So these are some things that I think I should have done that now I have learned over the years, and I wish I would say this to myself in the past to get a better decision about the student loans. So the reasons why I didn't know if I should really get the student loan for my graphic design studies, some of them are a lack of experience. I mean, in the workplace, also that everybody says the same thing or says things that are not helping you. For example, given that this was graphic design, a lot of people were like, "No, you shouldn't because that career is not as profitable as other or as psychology as it was." Or others say, yes, you should go all the way out, but neither of those sides has some evidence or have some personal anecdotes. Remember that this was a new student loan that the government was putting on place, so almost there was nobody who has finished their studies and give a personal experience. And the other is that you have a feeling of the time running out. um, until that point, I was always just studying, 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 studying. For me, life before was like you have to study, study, study. If I took a year vacation, I saw that as time wasting. Or if I was working instead of studying, I saw that I'm going to still waste time and I'm not going to get educated or are going to prefer work instead of study. If you don't get informed before you make the decision to take a student loan, is that you can get in a horrible debt, uh, or maybe invest in something that you don't like. For example, if you take a student loan on law studies, for example, to become a lawyer, um, but at the beginning of your career you see that you don't like this or you can stand it, but you still have this huge amount of money that you have to pay doing something that you don't like. I think the biggest stake that you are playing with yourself when getting in a debt is the insecurity that entails, because if you make money but that money goes into a funnel that is sucking your money dry, and you don't have money to pay for the most basic things, so that creates insecurity not just mentally but physically, like you don't have medical insurance, you don't have a good department or a good house. So that's something that's those are the stakes that you are playing with when you get into a student loan. So the biggest thing that have helped me in order to make a decision, not just in student loans but right now in every other aspect of life or my career, is to get the opinion of a role model that you choose. This is important because you can say get the opinion of a professional or someone that works in your career, in your line of work. But I say this that in order for you to take seriously an advice or an opinion, it has to be someone you respect, someone you want to be that person in the future. And for me, that is Gary Vaynerchuk. If you see my Instagram, my stories, I talk and I repost a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk quotes and some of their videos, and on the daily I am consuming his content. The advice he gives on student loan debts and you know, spending money on college or universities is very sound. The first thing you have to do is have a self awareness of your situation. I'm talking about the financial awareness. You need to be aware that you are going to you will pay this debt, or you are not with another debt on your back. I'm also talking about career self awareness. This career that you are going to invest time and money has to be something that you at least like, and that something is not imposed by your family members or by society. In order for you to know if this career is something that you like, you need to work before you study on that field. If you don't have that opportunity, maybe you can do some internships, and if you definitely don't have any of the of internship or work with salary in your preferred career, then you still have to work on something that is similar, or in the worst case that in anything, because you need to first have to value work. I mean hard work. I mean work and how to get money, so you know that you are accountable of studying or getting good grades or average grades, decent grades, enough of you to pass, and to make a name for yourself. And so you have the responsibility to study and to not waste the money that you're investing with your loan. And maybe you are saying, but if I started to work and I'm going to like work, and I'm not going to study. I'm going to waste my time. I'm going to lose the edge of studying, then the final advice I give to you is to have patience. The career is not going to go anywhere. Hopefully, with this advice, you can see your situation in a better light. Also, you can study and work with responsibility, and also make a long-term financial plannings in order for you to pay the debt, and that's only made if you accumulate money at the same time that you study. I'm not saying that you have to make a salary job when you are studying, because that takes a lot of time. But yes, some side hustles, maybe some work that doesn't require a lot of time. That's not the path I took. I pretty much went headstrong, head straight. I didn't see my financial plannings. I didn't work before. Um, Now I'm almost finishing my studies, but the debts are I am already paying my monthly debts for my student loan, and I'm telling you it's kind of hard, but that's a story for another time. If you want to know how I am dealing with my payments on my student loan debt, then by all means leave it in the comments